Traders from around the world, welcome to your Monday real life stock review. Yeah, blood in the streets, fear is at an all-time high. People are just absolutely losing their mind, and we got to figure out what we need to do from here as far as traders. Now, last night I did post a video. It was an hour-long video that I did relatively at midnight talking about the S&P hitting the limit down and what we need to do at that point. And I discussed my thought processes of what I thought the market would likely do. Now, again, big takeaway, absolutely we're going down much faster than I thought and lower than I thought. However, still within a normal range. This is back in December of last year. We had that 20% correction into the 200 simple on the weekly. Well, we're not very far away from getting to the 200 simple on the weekly again on the S&P. So that has been a very strong, rock solid support, and it looks like that's almost a certainty at this point unless we have a strong bullish day tomorrow. I can almost guarantee we're going to hit it in March. The only question is when in March. That part I do not know. This was a very strong move, and if we do pop over here to the SPY, you'll notice that we did actually close with a strong white candle, upper shadow and lower shadow, just like I said we would. Now that doesn't mean that everything is going to be all okay, but it does mean that this is very similar to the last huge capitulation type of day back on Brexit, August 24th, 2015. Similar candle, similar sentiment, similar shape, similar location. A lot of differences, obviously, a lot of distinctions, but just letting you know that's what happened the last time the SPY was down, 7% in the day, get a little bit of a halt, and then it kind of regained itself. So very similar. We'll find out what we get tomorrow. Obviously, I think a lot of people are crossing their fingers for the bulls, but here's the thing. This is a gap and go. This is not a strong candle. I think we could eventually fill the gap, but we most likely, almost unquestionably at this point, will have some slight lower lows. However low that is, I'm not sure. The Qs, again, pretty strong candle as well. Really strong gap down. Really interesting location. It's going to get a little messy before it gets a little bit better. And the ironic part is, it makes sense that it happened up here. Based on some fibs, based on some Elliott waves, based on some structures, I get it. Whatever the news is coming out, whatever happens, it always occurs right when it should, ironically enough. So again, I'm personally not in full panic mode, but all I can say is, looking at the charts, I'm going to do my absolute best to buy some things that I like as low as I can, tiptoed in some positions, sell volatility, and day trade. That's going to be the key. Right now, swing trading is more or less out the window unless you're bearish or have really large stops. This was the day trade that we placed on Google. And the reason I played Google today is simply because it was gapping down to the 100 simple on a weekly chart. And again, Google has dropped approximately 21% in 3 weeks. Massive drop. People are still going to use Google. People are still going to research things. People are still going to spend time on it. So that's why I was looking at playing it bullish. And as you all know, you've all seen my strategies millions and millions of times. I play the very same thing I almost always play. There's your 3-minute high wave candle on Google. And yes, I did have to hold over the halt. It got a little scary, but it worked out for 2 hours and some change. Now, I did get stopped out of SPWR. This was a swing trade that we were in. And you know what? Sometimes getting stopped out is a good thing. This is one of those situations. Had the stop in place, got stopped out on SunPower, took the L, and moved on, right? SunPower doing big things. PDCO, same thing. Bearish gap and go on Patterson companies. I played this hammer candle, and no real bullish swing on a general broader market stock is going to survive this amount of selling. So got stopped out on Patterson companies, and that's what's going to happen. AMD, again, a little bit of strength. We'll see how much strength we get tomorrow or the next 2 or 3 days. But ladies and gentlemen, letting you all know we can continue lower. If you're thinking there's no way we can go lower, you're incorrect. At this point, we absolutely can. The cool part is the Dow Jones is very close to a 200 simple on a weekly chart, and we have bounced there before multiple times. So I think that there's a chance that we get down to that price. We're going to start getting a little bit of support. So we'll find out exactly how bad it gets, how short term. But if everyone's turning into a zombie based on, a flu symptoms or flu type of incident, it's going to be a lot worse than how much money you have in your bank account or your portfolio, because if everyone's zombies, you know, you guys have all seen all the zombie films. We all know how this ends. It's not good. So yeah, be cognizant of that fact. Whatever you need to do for your family or for your friends or for your safety. But my personal opinion, I'm still viewing this as a nice dip buying opportunity. I am very, very cautious on oil. Oxy is down 53%. I mean, this is just astronomically insane. Oxy, a dividend paying blue chip company, down 53%. I have no position in this oil company, but it is just getting absolutely slaughtered and taken to the woodshed. RIG, ticker symbol RIG, is about to do a reverse split or go to zero. It's at $1.51, which is just asinine. Chesapeake Energy is at 16 cents, about to get either delisted, or reverse split, or go to zero. I mean, this is just diabolically bearish on so many of these energy companies. So I mean, there's a lot going on here that we really, really need to factor in. So I did have some other trades that some people requested. A lot of people requested some analysis on Sleep Number. And again, as bullish as you might be on Sleep, this market's going to have pullbacks on everything. So I'm expecting Sleep Number to most likely, same thing as everything else, pull back into about the 200 simple on the weekly, which is about 34.18. Long term, if you sleep on mattresses that are owned by Sleep Number, you probably want to have an investment in this one. But it has a little bit lower to go, most likely, unless we have a strong, strong bullish day tomorrow, which would be great. I don't know if that's likely or how often it's going to happen, but Sleep Number, buying it, $34 and some change, I think is where you'd want to probably keep your eyes out. And Activision has been very strong during this entire move. We actually have not sold off that much. You're still getting good compression between the 100 and 200 simple on the weekly chart. Here's the daily chart. All right, we are down, we are lower, but Activision has a lot of strength. So this is one, ironically enough, interestingly strong company. I'm assuming because everyone's staying home instead of working and going out, they're playing video games, is my guess. But really good high wave candle, good volume, held up pretty strong. Speaking of holding up strong, Zoom. So Zoom holding up really strong. Walmart, people are buying everything from Walmart. Walmart almost closed positive on the day. Oh, look at these white candles, 4 white candles in a row of strength. So Walmart putting in some work. Costco. So Costco, everyone's buying toilet paper for some reason. Costco, relatively strong right now as well. And no one's going into work, so they're using Slack to communicate. Ticker symbol WORK has a really nice hammer candle off of the 100 simple moving average. So tomorrow could be very fun for the bulls if we get some buying. I don't know if it's going to happen. We will find out. What makes the most sense to me is if we have a gap up tomorrow morning, we most likely will fade almost without question that particular gap. It just depends on how big it is. If we gap down, we're going to get a little bit more blood in the streets, and then we'll probably get some type of rally Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then again later in the week. I just don't entirely know what's going to happen. But the biggest, most common thing you got to be concerned about right now is risk, ladies and gentlemen. Don't lose your entire accounts. Don't do anything stupid. It's 2020. The market will be here in 2025, right? 5 years down the road. The SPY will still be here. We're not going to go to zero. It's not going to collapse. This is not the end of civilization. Take a deep breath, right? Do your absolute best to remember that this stuff has happened before. If you think this is a decent point in time to be led by and to be get some guidance and some assistance from some traders who have been involved in markets like this before, you probably want to hop over into reallifetraining.com and sign up and just be a part of this so I can at least give you some ideas, perspectives, and time frames, because later today in the afternoon room, I'm going to do a little bit of back trading on the Dow Jones just to walk everyone through what we did in 1987, how long it happened, the similarities that we have between now and today, and how we might be able to manage ourselves out of a position like this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do my absolute best to continue to give you updates, information, videos that will guide you, uplift you, inspire you, motivate you, and enrich your life. I will see you on Wednesday for your next stock review. And until then, love life, live life, and trade it. Bye.